Alright guys, it's me the Tycoon coming back to you with another review, and this is of Star Wars The Bad Batch Season 3 overview. And what can I say? If you've seen my reviews on Season 1 and Season 2, you would have had a very good idea that I was highly anticipating Season 3, especially as it's the final season. This is delivering on more than every other Star Wars IP out there. Knowing that, it's definitely the best at this moment in time of all the Star Wars IPs, including the any of the other animated stuff which is out there. Following on from the adventures of the defective clone batch, hence why they labeled the Bad Batch, Season 3 takes off right after the end of Season 2. The cliffhanger with Season 2 left it just amazing. So it follows the Bad Batch trying to find Omega after the events of Season 2, where they lost one of their main characters in the sense in Tech. Tech's death is it was sad. That was definitely, it was like unexpected, especially in a Disney show like this. It is Star Wars. There's gonna be death in there, but you wasn't expecting it at Disney, and they went all out. So Omega, I think this is Dave Filoni's way of trying to link in the prequels to the Disney sequels. Especially Rise of Skywalker. Less said about that, the better. I didn't watch Rise of Skywalker because I lost all love for Star Wars after The Last Jedi and how divisive that was. But no, but that's a different thing altogether. Let's do this. So the Bad Batch is looking for for Omega, and Omega is in this facility, but she's not just by herself. They're bringing in children that have a high midichlorian count within their system, and they're doing it for Project Necromancer. There is an experimentation going on here, and we're not totally sure what that's about. And although we are getting an idea, it's still quite, I'm not totally sure. Is it? Is it not? And then you've also got the Bad Batches itself, as they are fighting to find where she is. Crosshair is actually at the same facility, and it is remarkable because you think Crosshair is totally gone. He's not. He's basically found himself after the events of The Outpost in Season 2. If you haven't seen that, you've got to watch it. My God, the storytelling is at its peak in animation. They can do a lot more storytelling. They can deliver a lot more than what you tend to get with live action. And live action has many times let people down because, I don't know, maybe it's too many cooks eating, putting in their little ingredients into the recipe. Or it could just be a matter of that there's more control and one person is leading the way. Whatever it is, this was brilliant. The animation style itself is still the same, except that it's faster, it's smoother, it's cleaner. There is something going on here where the technology's gone that little bit more between Season 2 and Season 3. But as that's happened, you see you see the relationships start to really blossom again, because Crosshair and Omega helps Crosshair break out from the facility. They go off to another area where they meet up with the remaining members of the Bad Batch, which is Hunter, Wrecker, and Echo. And they all see Yang as their like kid sister stroke daughter. But it's just, well, we take it all one step at a time here because we don't want to get too carried away, as they are being hunted. The Omega is being hunted, and all the Emperor's resources are at the disposal for Dr. Henlem, who's spearheading this campaign. We see some welcome returns of many different characters and new characters returning again, like Fennec and the Harbinger, who is a different character altogether. When you see her, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the series already, definitely need to see it. And the acting is brilliantly done. The voice acting just brings it all together, and you really like, what? This is something brilliant. You know, the story grabs grabs you, but not only that, you build such a camaraderie with these characters because the Empire finds these guys and takes Omega back. They find them in another planet where everything is so beautiful and so on and so forth. And then the Empire comes along and looks to destroy everything. Um, and again, you also see how these kids with high M midi-chlorian counts in their blood are found. And it's found by using bounty hunters, sorry. So one of the bounty hunters is Cad Bane. And you see him make a return to the Star Wars series. Although it's quite brutal how he enters the series, and you're like, nah, man, didn't have to go down that road. But he does. He's a stone cold blooded killer, big time bounty hunter. And yeah, you know what? The Empire is pulling no punches. It doesn't play around. It wants what it wants, and the finale itself, it's it's not a labor of love. That's what I'm gonna say here. You want to see more each and every week because the overall story. There's no episodic elements here. This is short and simple. It is one overarching arch or overarching arc, story arc. It's a brilliant story arc. When you get to the end, you are loving it. You are like, this is worth it. And then the epilogue that follows, you know, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's like it was a great send off for these characters. You know, for many of you guys, you would have grown up with these characters when watching things like Star Wars, The Clone Wars, or Rebels, or things like that. Would have made an appearance. This was definitely the best send off for any Star Wars character within their universe. They, and I, I can't say anything any higher than this is good quality storytelling, great quality voice acting, fantastic animation. All it's the perfect mix for what Star Wars needed. And it's just overlooked. You know, it's not the Jedi, it's not the Empire or anything like that. This is a brilliant, brilliant series. I'm so sad that it's done. It's over and dusted, and the way they've done it was brilliant. Anyway, guys, as always, let me know what you think in the comments. Whichever platform you're watching this on, give us a like, follow, subscribe, whichever one you want to do it. Again, let me know what you think about this in the comments. And if you guys don't know how to do that, then you all need to go back to school. So says the TYCOON.